These videos are without a doubt my favourite ones to watch on YouTube every month and my favourite ones to film. It's time to choose my TBR. In my TBR jar there is a mix of prompts that will allow me a little bit more freedom to kind of choose and mood read the books on my shelves, but also every single book on the shelf is in here, just to force myself to pick up books that have been on the shelf for a while. So I'm going to pick out 5 of these, but I've also got another book that I'll show you first. The book that I wanted to show you first is The Inmate by Frida McFadden, and the reason this one's not getting pulled out of the jar is because it's actually my work's book club pick for the month. So, nearly dropped it. We've all got until the 20th of September to read this. I actually don't know anything about this, but I've read a few Frida McFadden books and I really like them because they are all really fast-paced kind of reads, so I'm really excited to get to this one. And we've all got little matching bookmarks that were made for us all reading in the club, so very excited to get to that. That is pick 1. Now for the bit that we're all waiting for, is taking the picks out of the TBR jar. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm very excited. I'm hoping to get more prompts or some of the newer books that I got for my birthday. If you're wondering what they were, I did do a vlog on my channel for, oh gosh, I could not open that, the books that I got for my birthday, so you can go and see those. I'm really hoping some of those come up, or that I get plenty of prompts so that I can choose them. So let's do the first one. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, there's 2. Choosing one, just choosing one. Liam's choice. Okay, Liam is actually out currently, so I'll have to come back to his choice when he gets home later and ask him to choose any book off of the shelf for his choice. Time to choose book 2. I really hope I don't get another Liam's choice, because last thing I want to do is wait a few hours. I'm really excited to know what my TBR is going to be for the next month. Okay, pick number 2 is The North Wind. Okay, book number 2 is The North Wind by Alexandria Warwick. Actually was one that I picked up for myself for my birthday, so I am very excited to read this. It's a fantasy romance that's both a Beauty and the Beast retelling and a Hades and Persephone retelling. I'm very excited to get to this one. It's a hardback. I think I got it from Asda, and then this is the quote on the back. I'm very excited to read this. I feel like it's going to be really good getting into the autumn reads, and I'm excited to get to fantasy without kind of entering into a big series. So that is book pick, I guess, number 1, because we don't know what Liam's is yet, so we'll say that's number 1. Time to choose a third slip. Here we go. I want to get like a really good shake going. See if we can pull something out. Okay, the third slip is, I don't know why I struggle to open these so much every single month. Oh, I've got Binding 13. Okay. So the next book that we've picked up is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I'm very excited about this. I thought I'd actually be a little bit anxious about having pulled this out because it's starting such a big series and all of the books are so huge. I've been seeing this so much everywhere. I've posted it a few times on my book doc, and I'm actually just very excited to read it. So I'm glad that it's come up for this month. I want to keep a couple of romance books in my rotation currently because I feel like we're very much like nearing the end of summer, but it's still nice out and the weather's still nice as we go into September. But I want to start transitioning over into fantasy books, but I'm really excited to have this one. I've got a few of them on my shelves that have now been destroyed from picking this one out. Sorry, shelves. But yeah, very excited to get this one. I know so many people have already read the Boys of Tommen series, so if you have, comment below, let me know what you think of this and if I should be excited or scared. What's going to go on? Okay, that was pick number 3. We're still waiting, obviously, to see what Liam's is going to be. Okay, so this is number 4. Please be good. I feel like we've done so well with it so far, depending, obviously, what Liam's picked, but I'm really happy with the 2 that I've pulled out. This one is... oh, okay, we've got a prompt. So this one is Summer Vibes. So I've got to choose a book that is Summer Vibes. Let's have a little look. Okay, I've pulled out a couple of options for the prompt of Summer Vibes, so let's talk through them quickly. I pulled out Swift and Saddle by Lila Sage because obviously Summer Vibes to me means romance vibes. This is book 2 in the Rebel Ranch series, I believe it's called. I read the first one in August, so I'm excited to get to the second one, so I feel like that could be a good option. The next one, a book that I got for my birthday, Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score, another interconnected romance series, which have been all that I've read over the summer. So I feel like that is very summer vibes considering how I've been reading up to now. And then because I didn't want to only give romance picks, I chose Yellow Face, which you're probably looking at and thinking, Heather, that's not even slightly summer vibes, but it's yellow and yellow is sunny. So I'm probably not going to pick that one though, realistically, am I? Let's have a think. Okay, after thinking it over, I've decided to go for Swift and Saddle by Lila Sage. The reason being, I'm already starting another big interconnected romance series with Boys of Tommen. I'm partway through this series, so need to get the next one read so that when the third book is released, I can pick that up. And also, it's considerably shorter since I've got such huge books to read straight away, and I expect Liam's going to pick a big book. I've just got like a feeling about that. He's always drawn to like fantasy ones, so I feel like he's going to pick something giant. So I'm going to go for this one as pick number 4. Okay, the final jar pick. Here we go. I feel like we've got a good mix so far. We don't know what Liam's done yet, so that could sway it either way. But I feel like I've got 2 romance books and a fantasy, so maybe another fantasy or even like a mystery thriller would be a good shout to get. Let's see. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, it's Bitter Blue. Okay. The final pick from the TBR jar is Bitter Blue by Kristen Cashore. If you don't know about this series, it's called the Graceling Realm series or something like that. I've read the first 2 books. I've read them so far apart. I think the first one I probably read over a year ago, maybe the second one like last year. It's not been my favourite series so far. I think it has been really interesting and kind of unique. But nothing's been kind of like drawing me back to it, which is why I'm glad I've got the jar to kind of force me to. I will say that Bitter Blue was one of the characters in the Graceling book and has probably got quite an interesting story that I am excited to get back to. Probably do a little check on my reading journal to kind of catch myself up on the first 2 books and what I thought about those and what kind of happened. But it will be really good to get another one of this series read. I think I've got 5 books for this series total on my shelf and I've only read 2. So good to get this one done, and it's another fantasy pick which really nicely balances out my TBR. So no matter what Liam picks, I've got a really good balanced TBR for this. I forgot, I was going to say year. For this month. Oh my god. This video was dreadful and I'm so sorry. I've got a really good... What am I even saying? I don't know how to end this clip, so I'll be back in a minute when I've gathered my thoughts. Okay, I can't even wrap up the video yet because Liam's out and I need his final book before I can show you the final books that are on the TBR. So we're going to take a brief pause and then we'll be back a little bit later when Liam's back with his picks. So come back soon. And we're back. Some time has passed. Liam has come home. I've asked him for his pick, and it was a surprising one. I really thought that he would go for a fantasy book because he's always drawn to those covers, but he's chosen something else entirely. So we've got Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mallers. I don't know too much about this book, but I do know that it was one of the picks that wasn't chosen for the workbook club, so it looks like I'm picking 2 off the list for that. I asked him why he chose this book, and fun fact, Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando that we're going to in October is starting, so he chose this purely because it has Frankenstein in, and that is one of the Universal Classic monsters. There was no other reasoning behind that pick, but that is the final pick for the TBR, so let's go through a final run through of what the books are. Okay, so the full TBR is picked. I have got 6 books to read in the month of September. We've got 2 fantasy books, so I've got The North Wind by Alexandria Warwick, and I've got Bitter Blue by Kristen Cashore. Then we've got 2 romance picks. I've got Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh and Swift and Saddle by Lila Sage. We've got 1 thriller book, The Inmate by Frida McFadden, and then we've got 1... I don't know if it's romance or general fiction or contemporary fiction. I don't really know what it is. It's Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mallers. So let's see if I can get all of these books read in September. I feel like they're not too bad. That's no more than I read last month, is it? Surely. Well, wish me luck. Let's see if I can get these read. And that is it for this video. Another TBR picked for September. I'll be doing these monthly, so if you like this video, then it means a lot if you drop this a like, or if you want to see more videos that I've got coming up, or just want to watch these monthly TBR videos, then hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!